this video, we're going to be talking about air door actuators. You have your blend door, mode door, and your air recirc door. The actuator is basically plastic housing, electric motor, plastic gears, and your circuit board. If you are not getting the desired temp out of your vents, maybe stuck on hot, maybe stuck on cold, you may not hear a door open or close when you do change the temperature, you're going to be looking at a blend door actuator. Blend door is going to blend your hot and cold air. It's going to take air coming through the evaporator and air coming through the heater core, blend it so you get the desired temps. Mode door is usually going to be floor, panel, or defrost. For your air recirc, is going to either recirculate air inside the cabin or it's going to pull fresh air from outside. Now, a couple things about the air recirc. Heavy air on max, you're always recirculating the air inside the cabin. Now that can be good because on hot days you're actually cooling the air inside the cabin instead of cooling the outside air. So you do tend to get cooler air out of the vents. Now, one thing to remember with max air is that you are recirculating, recycling all the air inside the cabin. So if you have other passengers in there, maybe pets, anything like that, just be aware that you are recirculating that air. You're not getting that fresh air from outside. Also, on defrost, your compressor has to come on because you want warm, dry air blowing on your windshield. Air has to pass through the evaporator, it dehumidifies, it goes through the heater core, heats up, and comes out the defrost vents. Now, your blend doors have to be working for that to happen. So if you put it on defrost, it's not happening, check your blend door and your mode door. So when you're putting these together, just make sure you're replacing the correct actuator. They do look very similar. These look almost identical, but they do not interchange. Some vehicles do have rear air, so make sure that if you're looking up a blend door actuator, you're looking up the one the customer needs, either the front or rear. And installers, when you're putting them in, just be very careful with these. You don't want to test them off the vehicle. You can actually get this misaligned. This has to be lined up perfectly, just like the original one came out. If not, you're not going to get the performance, and you could actually throw a code as well because you're not getting the correct reading. When you hit your recirc or your fresh air button, there are door actuators that change the airflow to bring in outside air or to recirculate the air that's already in the cabin. On your temp, you have actuators as well, blending the hot air and the cold air to get a desired temp out of the vents. Each mode selection, you have mode door actuators. They're actually going to divert the air to the desired vent. So when you're putting these together, just make sure you're replacing the correct actuator. They do look very similar, but they do not interchange.